I did this for my son. I don't know where I get the strength from. But when I'm weak, he makes me strong. When I'm sad, he makes me happy. That was my best friend. He was my first love. He taught me how to be a mother. He taught me to be selfless. He taught me to be courageous. And he always has my back. I thank you all for being here to celebrate who he was. I love the phrase his colleagues coined, "Long live LJ." He may be dead, but he's forever in our hearts. And now I have to pay it forward. Whatever you guys do, tomorrow isn't promised. My last interaction with my son, like every other, he hugs me. He says, "Ma, I'll be right back. I love you." And he always kisses me on my forehead. And that was the last time I saw my son. And he turns to Asher. He says, "My youth, everything I go, Chris. I love you." Thank you all.
Hi guys, welcome to my channel, and in today's video we're going to be talking about Linnon Latham. Law enforcement officials revealed that 18-year-old Linnon Latham vanished after he was last seen on Tuesday at 11:30 p.m. near Viscani Park at 14,200 Southwest 55th Street, a police spokesman named Tanya Rose confirmed. After Latham disappeared on Tuesday, authorities launched search parties to locate the 18-year-old boy. Several local government officials, along with celebrities, showed up to support Latham's mom while she looked for her teenage son. He was last seen wearing a white t-shirt and red Adidas joggers, along with Gucci slides. Officials then believed that the disappearance was suspicious and that they were concerned about his safety. Law enforcement agencies like the Broward County Sheriff's Office, Miami-Dade Police Department, Pembroke Pines Police Department, and the South Florida Water Management District offered assistance to locate Linnon Latham. His mom also posted on social media when he went missing, and it says, "I need your help. My baby boy is missing." Linnon Latham goes by LJ, just turned 18. He is 5'11" and about 189 pounds, was last seen on the 4/11/2023. Anyone with information on his whereabouts is urged to contact the police immediately. And she put hashtag missing, hashtag Miramar, hashtag share, hashtag help me, hashtag my son, and hashtag thank you for all the prayers. Please keep praying. I need it. However, I need my son. After finding Linnon Latham's body, police officials said, "It is with a heavy heart that we announce the search for Linnon L.J. Latham has come to a close." They discovered his body in a lake on Thursday in the Viscani Park area, where he was last seen before he disappeared. His remains were sent to Broward County Medical Examiner's Office to determine his cause of death. So I'm going to go into his mom actually explaining everything that happened. So I want you guys to listen carefully. I had to cut some of this, but these were the most important parts to me.
Everyone's been asking me what happened to LJ. I still don't believe what I was told happened to my son, because it doesn't make sense. I was told that, according to the autopsy, that my son drowned. Accidental drowning. How does a kid that is an amazing swimmer drowns accidentally? I don't understand that. Makes no sense. I'm still trying to process it. I'm still trying to process it. This shit don't make no sense. My son's been swimming since he was 2 years old. Diver. I wasn't able to talk about this for a very long time. I'm so bothered. I am so bothered by those motherfuckers. I am so fucking bothered. It eats me up inside. My son left home with Jalen Jameson, his best friend, his so-called best friend, went to a park, Vizcaya Park, and then all of a sudden my son got upset about something on his phone and got out of the car. Y'all want to know the truth? Let me tell you the truth, because it doesn't add up. My son got out the car, supposedly, and left his phones, supposedly. And Jalen claimed he was looking for my child. A very littered area, right next to Vizcaya. This ain't the hood. We don't live in the hood. I looked at the time, and it's 11:30. LJ knows he has to get home before midnight. 12 o'clock comes. No LJ. I said, this don't make no sense. It didn't make no sense. So I texted him. I said, yo, where are you? No response. 12:15, I was like, yo, what's going on? Nothing from my child. So I text his friend, Jalen Jameson, who told me LJ was in the bathroom and his phone was dead. And I said to him, don't lie to me. We live in the same complex. So then I went to LJ's location on his phone, because he always turned it on. That's how good my child was. And I saw the car moving from Vizcaya and coming down Flamingo and coming home. So I watched it. My mind says, screen record this car moving. I don't know why I did that. I screen record the car coming from the location on LJ's phone. The car came in. The car didn't turn to come to my house. The car went to Jalen's house. And in my mind, I'm like, okay. I waited. LJ still didn't come. Call his phone, nothing. So I said, something don't feel right. Maternal instincts, ladies, fathers, mothers, go with your gut feeling. Don't ever second guess it. I jumped out of bed and I jumped in the car. You won't believe when I got to where the car was, it was in front of Jalen's house. Parked up, lights off, everybody gone to fucking bed. So I'm in my mind, they want me to think that my son is in there and I should go home, right? So I started calling again. Nothing. Then I text the boy. Yo, why LJ's not answering? What's going on? Then he tells me they were at the park and LJ got out the car and he was looking for me, don't know where he went. I said, what? I immediately went straight to the park and started looking for my son and called the police. Called everybody I knew. And they started looking for my son. You know what's the worst part about this? This kid, Jalen Jameson, went and got his parents. His parents went with him to go look for my child. Nobody called me. Nobody came knocking on my fucking door. Nothing. Nothing. You made me wonder why you as parents did not pick up the phone and call me. I didn't even get to see my child. You as parents know this, went to help your child look for my son, did not call me, didn't even call the cops till after I called the cops. Huh? Who are you? What kind of human being are you? These people have not even come by and said sorry or give their condolences or anything. This little kid that used to eat at my house, go on vacation with us, I fed him like my own, have not even showed up and tell me what happened to my son. Y'all imagine my pain and my anger? Can you even imagine how I feel? It's just the grace of God that's keeping me. I swear to God. And
His mom also said on Instagram, at the age of 15, when other kids his age was learning to drive, LJ was learning to fly airplanes. Captain LJ, I was so thrilled and proud of you pursuing your career at such a young age. 3 years ago, you had dual enrollment in Embry Daytona University and was learning about aerodynamics and flying while still in high school, Miramar High School, and talk about dedication and passion and commitment. My son kept soaring. I forever love you, LJ. And now you have wings and you will soar like eagles. Thank you to the U.S. Air Force and the Civilian Air Patrol who helped guide and mold my son.
And my name is Willard Shepard, but LJ knew me as Lieutenant Colonel Shepard. I look far and wide for people who are interested in airplanes, especially those of our genetics. Not far from here, there was a resident of Hollywood, and Mayor Messam will remember him, who is one of my heroes. Lieutenant Colonel Leo Gray, Tuskegee Airman, fighter pilot, who changed our country. I was fortunate enough to fly fighter jets for our country because of Colonel Gray. And we look in our Air Force program to try to find the next generation of people who want to carry on that legacy. And I hate to say it, but it's an incredibly difficult task to find a person who has the character of your son, to find a person who is willing to put in the diligence to learn the math, the science, all of the other things that take place before we're ever going to put a person in an airplane, and the interest to go and do it. LJ's an incredible diamond in the rough who should motivate all of us for his determination and dedication. On the back of this program, I took this picture of him that day he came to fly with us. And we took off and came pretty much right over this building. And when we got out over the Everglades on his first flight, I saw the passion that he had and the determination that he had. We live by a motto in my home that I'm sure that I said to him when we were back on the ground, that by testament of all of you here today, to honor him and to continue to honor him, and to honor him when you see the jets go by from the air show today. And that motto is, those who toil in the darkness and dedication when no one's watching are those who shine the brightest when the lights come on. And he did that all of the time. Otherwise, I would have never handed the airplane over to him. And carry that with you, his parents, his family, all of us every day, to make sure that we live with what he taught us.
Doing this story actually took an emotional toll on me because I can see my son in her son. My son is obsessed with making stuff, obsessed with building stuff, and I think he's going to be an engineer the same way how her son was obsessed with airplanes and wanted to fly airplanes. So this definitely took an emotional toll on me, and I don't know her or her son personally, but seeing her and going through the story and going through the clips and everything definitely put me in a space where I feel like this could happen to my son. Like, when I was pregnant with my son, I literally thought about every single possible bad scenario that could go wrong in his life at any single point, and how as he got older, I couldn't be there to protect him anymore, or his dad couldn't be there to protect him anymore. And we have to leave them in a world and in a society that's uncaring and unloving. I kind of get where she is coming from. And quite frankly, the way he died is very weird. And she said she know what happened to her son. She had a dream about what happened. But for me personally, I would definitely have gone another route. I would have hired a private investigator. I would have get to another corners that is not in the state of Florida to actually tell me exactly what happened. I know I wouldn't have any peace as a mom, but the fact that she can find peace in the fact that his little brother loves airplanes and he has a sister, and they're the one that's keeping her. So I hope she finds some peace in the fact she gave him a great life. She did everything she could as a mom. I wasn't going to touch this story until somebody sent it to me and showed me that she's actually Jamaican. So I need this story to be a lesson to other parents, especially immigrant parents. Be careful who your kids call friends. As a mom with a son that grew up in Florida that has been swimming from the age of 3, this would be something that I couldn't swallow as a mom, knowing that my son was able to swim, knowing that it doesn't make sense. As immigrant parents, we tend to grow our children in the opposite direction of how we were raised, and especially when we're raising them in a place like the United States of America, we tend to give them a lot and give them a lot of privileges, and these privileges sometimes cause a lot of problems and are to the detriment of them growing up and living their lives because we went through so much coming from where we came from. We try to make sure they have everything. And as immigrant parents, we do a lot. And when it comes on to our kids, there's no bounds and no end as to what we'll do for our kids. But I'm here to say when you're raising kids as a immigrant parent, you need to be sure that you are not giving your kids too much and giving them too much privileges, and you're not operating off a place of trauma, because it can be to the detriment of our kids, whether we believe it or not. Doing this story for me personally was one of the hardest stories I've done in a long time. He had a bright future. He is dual enrolled in college at 15. That's a lot of dedication. And he was good at what he did. I'm sure his mom felt like he was going places. He was going to be someone upstanding, positive in today's society. He was going to have a great career, and he was going to go to college and do all the things that she hoped and dreamed for her son to do. It's unfortunate that his life ended the way that it ended, but leave everything else up to the creator and the universe, because the world goes, I always say this, the world goes around, okay? And when you least expect it, your karma will be there to repay you for anything you have done in this lifetime and in the next. So with that being said, I'm going to end this video here. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Leave your comments in the comment section below. And long live LJ. Rest in peace. Deuces.